Good morning. Today I am deadheading zinnias. I watched one of Callie Kim's recent videos and she was doing her garden and I was like, you know what, I should probably do mine too. And I do still have blooms that are unopened, so I'll show you what I've done so far. I already did this bed. So you can see the blooms that are still here, they're looking pretty good. They're vibrantly colored, they're standing straight up. So I went ahead and left them. And there's no brown ones. There's some brown leaves down there you can see, but the blooms themselves are looking pretty good. And you can see, like right there, there's a new one coming in. So this garden bed is already done. I already did this bed because I didn't think about showing you guys until I was done. But I do have some zinnias elsewhere that I need to work on. Over here is what I cut, so you can see what they look like when they need to be cut. Lots of brown. There is some color, but they were kind of leaning over, and you can tell they're not as vibrant as the ones that I left. But let me show you some other beds. Back here in the back is another section of zinnias. These look kind of sorry. I will trim them and then show you what I have left over when I'm done. Here we are after I did some trimming. I didn't leave very many. I only left 2, but you can see in here, this one's about to bloom. This one's about to bloom. That one, there's 3 right here. See 1, it's not gonna focus. 2, and then there's 1 back there. So there should be more coming out of here. And even this one looks kind of sorry, but I went ahead and left it. So that's what I have left in this bed. Here are all the ones I just cut. I'm gonna add them to my pile over on the other porch. And I have one more section of the garden that I need to do, and then I'll be done. Okay, I lied. I actually have a couple more sections I need to be doing. That I need to be doing. There you go. So there's a couple zinnias in here. I'll show you the after product. I only cut off that big one. This little one came from over here. And then I also have this sorry state. Look at those guys. All right, let's get to trimming. All right, I did a lot of work in here. There were actually 2 whole plants that were just brown. So I cut those off at the base, took them out, and I cut off all the flowers in here. You can see that were dead or dying. And we do have some new blooms coming in. Right here, here. This one's small, but it's there. We got here, here. This one might produce, and then even this little one down here has 2 that look like they're coming in. On this side, there's this one, you can see that. So we're probably gonna have some more flowers over here, which is really exciting. And then my last section is on this side. You can see the zinnia plant right there. So let me trim it back real quick and I'll show you the end result. And that's it for that one. I only cut off 4, it looks like, on this plant. You can see where they might be more, where there might be more coming up in there. So we'll see. I'm always one for more flowers. I don't know if you noticed, but there were flowers falling down in here, and I went ahead and trimmed those back and I put them over there, you can see. And I also, this one, I need to cut this one back too. And over there, there's a couple falling down over there. So just doing odds and ends in the garden today, mostly the zinnias. And I wanted to share that with you. So I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you in our next one. JK, I'm back. I forgot I wanted to show you guys all the flower heads that I cut off, and I'm going to be saving them and drying them and hopefully getting a bunch of seeds from them that I can plant next year. I also wanted to send a bunch of seeds to my mom and sister, so I'm really excited about all of these. And I'm sure, I mean, you saw that there's still flowers growing, so I'll have more flowers to cut in the future. Now, this is the end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.